This is actually the first time I think I've ever gone and done a live YouTube from my phone. It's fantastic. So the title is Dads, which I don't normally get into like stuff like this. I just don't because I'm weird. I don't know. But I'm in Greenville, North Carolina, taking my dad to get a colonoscopy because that's what happens when you get older. You have to get colonoscopies. Well, in talking with him on the way here, he was telling me he was worried. He's stressed about it. I'm like, dude, look, there's zero reason for you to be stressed. And guess what? What does stress do anyway? Stress, stress and worry is the same thing. So if you worry about something, let's just say I'm worried about a test that I'm going to take. Worry, worry, worry. Then I get to the test and I fail the test. Now I'm disappointed twice because I'm worried because you're practically disappointed because you're worried. Um, and then you get disappointed about at the test. So, you got to think about that. Anyway, so this weekend I went to a mastermind, a retreat for, it's called Revolt, for roofers. Now, you might be thinking, Corey, why would you be going to a roofing retreat? You're not a roofer. You're right. But what I am is a sales guy and a sales professional, rather. And what I've discovered is a lot of roofers are sales professionals that just sell roofs. And then they have other people put it on. And like conceptually, I get all that. But I didn't really understand how many sales guys were selling roofs. Roofs? Yeah, roofs. Anyway, it was a relief for me, but I'm getting way off topic. Um, this weekend at the retreat, one of the guys told a story about taking his dad to the doctor, just like I'm doing. And he said he took his dad to the doctor, everything was cool. Next day, found him dead as a doornail, eyes wide open, completely dead, overdosed on drugs. My dad's not a drug addict, sure, obviously, nor does he partake in anything like that. But it was a real eye opener because I knew that I had to bring my dad to the doctor today. And I'm like, man, that was pretty on point. And so it made me realize, you know, there are things that are more important than just, certainly just work and making money and, all that stuff's obviously important, but it's not everything. You get it? It's not everything. So one of the exercises, and I'm not going to go too deep into it because I freaking broke down and cried yesterday when I told the story, but they had us walk back from a grave site, reverse engineer our lives, and that was interesting. Um, and again, a real eye opener. So, um, but also what I realized about being a dad and about having a dad is like I got to spend more time with my dad. I got to spend more time with my kid, and we don't think about these things when we're in the middle of it, right? We just don't think about these things when we're in the middle of it. Um, but a lot of people will have a lot of regrets afterwards, and so I don't really want to have those regrets. But sometimes I think we get sidetracked or whatever, and we forget about the things that are important. And I don't know about you. I don't know if you're a dad, but if you are, you know, you go through challenges. And for me, one of my challenges has been that, I mean, my daughter is not biologically my daughter, but she's my daughter, and I've raised her since she was like three and a half. She's 13 now, so like she's my kid. I mean, we don't even use the word step dad in our house, like never have, because I've been her dad, and that's cool. But it's been a challenge because she's not biologically mine. So therefore, here's my theory: because she's not biologically mine, I don't have that biological connection with her like my wife or her biological father. So what I see is I see that their judgment gets a little clouded because it's their biological child, and then where I come into play, and then her stepmother is, I can see things. It's everything's subjective, but I can see things from a third party standpoint, right? I can divorce my emotions from the situation. And normally, if you're biologically connected with that human being, you may not have as good a luck, right? You are more going to, and naturally, that makes sense because it's your child. Anyway, I don't know if you struggle with this, but if you have, let me know because, sometimes I just have a hard time connecting with Lana. I have a hard time. Like, she's 13. I'm 44. Like, I've been mature for a long time. She has not. And rightfully so. She's not supposed to be my age. But here's where we go wrong, I think, or I go wrong, is I think she should act like me. Right? I think she should have the same respect, the same, um, not knowledge, but I think she should. Man, that damn fire truck's loud. Um, I think she should have. I think she should. Shit, I got really lost there, and I cussed, and I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, the fire truck kind of threw me off. There's a lot of fire trucks going. But anyhow, I don't know if you, as a father, have struggled with this with a stepdaughter, or maybe I don't know, or maybe it's a son. I can imagine this having a male as a son, having a son. Um, I imagine that might be more challenging, but I don't know. I don't have anything to compare that to, so I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna try to tell you it's gonna, I'm not gonna tell you it's the same things. I have no idea. But anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. See you on the other side.